Hello, children. This is your teacher, Mr. Dave, Mr. D, whatever you want to call me. And it's 12:51, and I am very tired, but I want to do this quarterly assessment video for you. So, okay. You can hear my piano playing. I didn't think I've told you this, but I'm an excellent piano player. You can hear me in the background. I wrote that. No, I didn't. Anyway, basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to do things you already know how to do, but I'm going to go over it. There are about a dozen things to do, dozen steps, and it's doable in one period. So the first order of business is you are going to, well, let me give you an overview. You're going to cut out two people. You're going to put them on a background. You're going to make a gradation. You're going to create a moon that glows and a 2-word title that has special effects on it. And that's it. Very simple. Okay, so first order of business is you are going to look up Google Images. Are we on it? Yes, there we are. Okay, so what you want to Google is person standing in a street. I can spell. Look at me go. Boom. Okay, this is the normal pictures. Okay, we want to get bigger pictures. You want to try your best. Look, it's a pain. It's such a pain to find these pictures a good size, but you know when you have a piece of garbage. What you don't ever want to do, and I'm going to demonstrate this, is do this. God forbid you do this. That, people, is a thumbnail and it looks like garbage. Don't do that, because I'll know. I let that kind of play out because of the piano kind of helped me there make my point. Anyway, you don't want to do that. So what you do want to do is go to the word tools and there's size. So go to large and boom, you got a whole bunch of new stuff. Now this dude down here, I've gone to this before. He's pretty good. When I click on him though, the best thing to do is hit visit, but it doesn't always work. Sometimes you hit that and you wind up with pictures that you can't click on or it's already been cropped. That's bad. Bye-bye. But this is good. Sometimes it's okay to do this and you have to just check it out. Grab this, put him on the desktop. And there he is. He's on the desktop. Okay. So if you notice, it's against a photograph, okay? It's not like against a white background. So now, I am going to take him, drag him. Come on, what are you doing? There he goes, down into Photoshop. Hooray! He's in Photoshop. Now we have to cut him out. You guys know that when you have a photograph, somebody standing in the background, you use not the magic wand, but the quick selection tool because it's quick and it selects. And selection means cut out, basically. So you're going to kind of drag this down. Now you can see here that sometimes it switches from plus to minus. You always want plus. And you're going to drag that down. Now the thing you have to remember is, as you're going through this, sometimes it takes some of the background, like in between his legs here, okay? And it also might forget to get his foot. So get his foot, you know, and you also have to zoom in. Don't forget to zoom in. Like that. Look, we don't want to chop off his head. Maybe you do. I don't. Okay, so we are going to use a smaller cursor for smaller. Wow, that was weird. Smaller areas. It's very late, guys. Give me a break. All right. And we see the dots all around. You look for anything that's missing, and we got to get rid of this. Okay, so right here, I'm going to switch to negative, and I'm going to use a larger cursor, and it's going to go all the way up. Now, as it gets to the top, there's a little left there. And if you're in junior high in 6th grade, you'd be like, I gotta select right in there. Don't be an idiot, okay? You know who you are. Okay, so you're taking the negative and you're getting rid of this. So you have to use a smaller cursor and just kind of get that as best you can. There it goes. Boom. Now, for those of you who go, oh, now I hit delete. Well, then you are not going to be happy, because when you hit delete, look what happens. This thing pops up and you go, what happened? He disappeared. This looks like crap. Well, it does. So Command Z, and we have him back. Now, whenever you have a photograph, what you have to do is hit a copy, Command C, and then you have to create File New. The second part is make a blank document, and you go to Print. You have Letter, and you hit Create. Now I have my white document, and I hit Command V, and there's our man standing around. Okay, we got to make him larger. You know how to do that. Command T. Just resize him. Fairly good size. I think there's a piece missing. So if there's a piece missing, then you just go back to here and you go, oh, look at, there's that piece missing. And so I'm not going to do it, but you would go in and fix that, then copy and paste it again. Wait, I'm going to do that. It's so simple. So go to Add, and we're going to go whoop, and there you got it. Anything missing? Now we go Command C, and we go to the white untitled, and we go, I don't like you, layer. Goodbye, Command V. Now there's nothing missing from this man. Hooray. Okay, Command T, and I'm going to enlarge him, and you just kind of get him at a good size, you know, like you don't want to have him as small as he was, you know, kind of fill the page a little bit. Okay, and then hit the check mark and you're good. Now, the next thing to do after you've resized it is you're going to go back to Google Images. And here you go. We're going to go right back up here to the top, and we're going to go person standing, white background. Now the problem is when you do that, you get a lot of these clip art things, and they have words in the background. If you zoom in, you can kind of see like words. These are like watermarks. That's what they're called. And this guy looks like he's ready for a fight. What I want you to realize when you pick one of these people is don't pick somebody wearing white. I'll repeat that. Don't pick somebody wearing white. Now, if I click visit, it's only going to take, whenever you see these words, don't even bother. Let's see if it'll look okay. We're going to drag him onto the desktop. And then I'm going to minimize this window because I don't need it. And there he is up there. Look at him. Go away. Go away. Photoshop. Okay, so I have my blank document. We want to drag tough guy here. Mr. I'm ready for a fight. Down to the PS. Oh yeah, you're tough, dude. You're really tough. Your fancy jeans. Okay, we're going to take him. And now here's the thing. When you guys have anybody against white, remember this thing. The other way, the quick selection tool, you hit copy and paste. But with the white background, remember this. This is key. You drag it up to here. You bring it down. And it was kind of small. Okay, so we now have to get rid of this white background. And that's where you go to your magic wand. And you just go click. Goodbye. Command D. And now we've got tough guy here. He's very tiny here. And he's in front. So let's see if he looks pretty good. He's protecting that guy. Maybe that's why he's very protective. Okay, so there he is. Now, you've got two figures now. And you want to say like, I'm going to write on this guy. Tough guy, and this guy's a priest. I'll type priest. Okay, there you go. And now it says part 7. Okay, so just remember, whenever you have something like this, you have to drag it up to this page, bring it down, and then hit with the magic wand. That's all. I don't want you anymore, go bye-bye. I don't want you anymore, go bye-bye. This is what I want. Now, number 7 says use the gradient tool to make a background, but you have to use, and you must remember this, a dark color to a light color. So there's a reason for that, and I'll tell you that in a second. You go to the gradient tool, which is usually by the paint bucket. Then, and if you ever can't find something, just go up to Window, Workspace, and then hit Reset, or Reset Essentials, or hit Painting, or whatever it is, and it'll come back. But usually the paint bucket's by the gradient tool, and vice versa. So I go to the gradient tool, and now I'm going to pick a color. Now, how you pick your colors is the little square thingies right here. Click the top one, and I'm going to pick a purpley, dark purple one. I like that one. Purple is my favorite color. And then I'm going to pick the bottom by clicking on the bottom square over here. I'm going to pick a light blue like this. Yay. And you can see it up here. So now I'm just going to go to the background layer, and I'm going to drag down. Okay, and there you go. And there is a piece of it missing. If there's a little piece missing here and there, I'm not gonna crucify you. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's no big deal. All right, so here we go. You've got all these the color, the gradient color, and they're great, but we need to add a moon now. So that's what it says. Use the ellipse or ellipse marquee, which is this thingy. See, the elliptical marquee tool, and you're going to create a moon. So let's make a moon right here. Okay, if it gets distorted, hold down Shift, and now we're going to have the moon there. Now you're going to create what? What are you going to do? You're going to create a layer, and that layer is going to have the moon on it. So now we're going to dump white paint with the paint bucket. So if you want to get white back, you don't have to click in here. You just click on this little icon. And now it becomes black and white, and there's a little tiny arrow thingy. Click that, and that becomes white. So now white is your foreground color, and you just go boop. So that's behind him. That's nice. There we are. We have our moon. But we have to do something now. We have to create a crescent moon. So we're going to do what we did in the emojis, where we created, I'm going to hold down Shift. I'm going to create another marquee selection, circular. And I'm just going to go delete. Just going to delete it. And now I have this moon. Now the moon, I like it behind him like that. That's cool. So I moved it. That's just me. If you don't do that, it's not a big deal. So now the next thing is to make the moon glow. And we know that when we click here, we get this FX palette. That's what it's called. And it says, use the FX palette to add an outer glow to the moon. Glow will only be visible on a darker color. Hey, that's why I used the dark purple. So I'm going to go down to outer glow and click on the word outer glow. And boom, look at I have the color I want, but I can change it. Say I want to make it like even lighter, or I want to brighten it up even more. There you go. I can even make the spread of this, or the size of it, more softer, more intense, like that. There you go. There's my glowing moon. Hit OK. And the last thing we need to do is we need to have a title. Okay, we're going to make a two word title. Okay, so I'm going to move these over because I want to put, now you find a place on here. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to move him over even more because I want to have space here. There you go. And if I want, I can keep him here. Okay, so now we're going to put the title. Now the way we do that is very simple. Okay, 2 words. All you do is take the text tool and click once. Okay, and I'm going to type in moon, and then I'm going to say, I could easily have hit the check bar, but that's how you get out of that. And then I'm going to click again, and I'm going to type in men, moon men. Okay. So now you can resize these things. So you want to make it a good size. You don't want to make them like that small. You want to say I want to have this bigger, and I apply it. There we go. And then moon, you can make that bigger too if you want. I want to do that. That's why I'm doing it. And I kind of align them up. And then I hit check mark, and there we go. Okay, so the goal now is to make this look cool. So I'm going to now, the last one says use, is the last thing you have to do. Use the FX palette to give it a stroke or drop shadow. Oh, stroke and a drop shadow. So you have to do two things to the words. Not just one, two special effects. Or any other effect you think looks cool. So I'm going to stick to what I said I was going to do. I'm going to double click moon, and I'm going to say stroke. Okay, so we have a green. If you click the word, then you get the controls. So you can see if it usually defaults to the inside. So you might get something that looks like this. You should go to the outside. Okay, did you see that? Inside, outside. Okay, and you can make it as large as you want, whatever you want to do. You can change the color. Maybe I want to make it like this purpley kind of color, or even brighter. It's fine. And then I'll hit O. Then I'm going to add the drop shadow. So let's look at the drop shadow. There it is. And you just kind of, all you have to do is slide this stuff around. You really don't know what it's going to look like until you do it. And that looks fine enough to me. I don't care. And I'll hit OK. So now I'm going to go to men, and I'm going to double click that, and I'm going to add my drop shadow. And it's the same because it remembers where the last setting was for moon. And I could change things, but let me hold on one second. Now I'm going to add a stroke, and it's the same color. I want to change it to a different color, like maybe like a blue or something like that. That's cool. And hit OK. Now there's our moon men, and that's really all you have to do. You have to have a glowing moon. You have to have two people. One has to be from a white background. One has to be from a photograph. You have two words, and they have to have effects on them. Okay. So I'm going to be more professional, and I'm going to capitalize M, and I'm going to capitalize the other M, so it looks more professional. And you might at that point have to go move that down, and that might look okay. So this is what we call notching. I don't know if you remember this. So you can make this fit like this if you'd like, by just making it fit right in there. So there you go. You have your title, and you have the background. You don't have to put an author. It's not like that. I just want you to do these things, and that's it. And if you get done early and you want to have fun, then you can start maybe make the priest glow or something. I don't know. Let's put outer glow on him. There he is. He's glowing. Maybe there's some magical power, and this guy's protecting him. I don't know. In any event, that's that. I'm going to bed, and just take notes on this and enjoy, because it's so much fun to have a quarterly. With that, I'm gonna end playing, and I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night, people.